Unlike their colorful little red-breasted nuthatch cousins that often get the itch to wander during the winter time, white-breasted nuthatches are homebodies. They pretty much stay faithful to the local area for their whole lives. In the winter now, their feeding territory in a woodland habitat would roughly be maybe 25 acres or so. So they do like to have, a lot of trees around to forage in. If you find them coming to your feeders, you'll often notice they grab a peanut or a sunflower seed, and rather than eating it on the spot like, say, a cardinal or a blue jay might, they'll carry it off. And usually they'll probably maybe fly like 100 yards or so, and then find a little nook under the bark where they'll cache it or hide it. And then when conditions are cold and they can't find food later on, they can come back and get a little snack there. One of the fun things about ice fishing, or I guess fishing in general, is you never know for sure what you're going to catch. Now in the wintertime, a lot of people, a lot of us like to go ice fishing for bluegills or crappies in a local lake or farm pond. So we've got a little small ice rod with a tiny jig, and once in a while we get a sweet surprise when a big largemouth bass grabs that really tiny bait. Largemouth bass, just like the crappies and bluegills, are active under the ice all winter long, and in fact the largemouth bass are looking for small bluegills or crappies to eat. But I guess if they can't catch a bluegill and your little jig happens to be sitting there, even as small as it is, that looks like a nice little tidbit for them to inhale, and you might end up with a fight of your life there. So have fun ice fishing this winter when the days are warm enough to enjoy it. This American snout fly is surely one of the neater flies that we can find flying around the countryside here in the woodlands in the summertime. We know this is a male, by the way, because his eyes join together in the middle there. Female snout flies would have a little gap between the two eyes. But anyway, the American snout fly, look at the size of that beak on this fly right here. Just kind of like a duck beak there, but that allows them to reach way down deep into the flower where other flies can't reach. And in fact, that long duck-like proboscis, as it's called, I guess, gave rise to the name American Heineken fly. Years ago, there was an old ad that ran in the UK advertising Heineken beer that said it would refresh parts that other beers couldn't reach. But anyway, be on the lookout for these American snout flies if you're out for a walk in the summertime.